Okay, so welcome everyone. This is the final day of Asia Open Tournament. So the game finally started after long delay. So we have Team Exile, which is actually previously during the previous tournament from Bairis. They are using the name Team KFR, which has also won two of the Risk tournament previously, and they got an exclusive spot on the semi-final. And then now they ban Yumekui as for their first ban, and instantly responded by the red team, which is Momo, as their first ban. And then now we are moving on to the second ban for Team Exile, which is actually Kanihime, and that is quite interesting. So Kanihime is actually one of the kind of most annoying right now, especially when played by the right person. So they just want to take it out from the game and don't raise anything. Oh, so Kainin is banned by the red team, so that is interesting, which means Shiranui is actually open. And as for this tournament, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kidomaru and Maestro is actually automatically banned, because it is a new Shikigami, and also Maestro just got reworked recently. So as what I said earlier, Shiranui is being picked by the blue team, and the red team instantly responded with Bake Kujira, which has actually some kind of chance to actually catch this Shiranui. And they actually picked Daishime, which I'm not sure that is actually going to mid lane or top lane. Still not sure yet. Okay, Teso is actually being picked, and yeah, Teso is actually one of the hot pick during this whole tournament. And also Kaguya is being picked by the blue team. Okay, so this is kind of very fast drafting phase. Red team has already picked Yotohime and Enma without waiting for any longer. Looks like they have already like clear plan in their mind. Now moving on to the last two picks for the blue team, which is actually Itsumade and Aobozu. So this is a comfort pick for them, and the instant pick by the red team again, which is Arakawa. So Daishime is going to be on the middle lane. Okay, the game is starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are on the first match of the day right now. It is starting. So this is actually a best of 3 and also double elimination. So whoever loses from this round will actually move to the lower bracket later after the best of 3. So the only CC coming out from the red team is actually Kaguya, a bit from Aobozu and a bit from Itsumade Ultimate. So I'm not sure how they are going to actually catch this Arakawa. Maybe they are just trying to overpower it. So from previous tournament, we already see that Exile Araski is actually very good at playing Shiranui, so I'm not sure why they actually let this Shiranui out from the ban. Looks like either they forget about it or they are really confident at dealing with Shiranui. See on the bottom lane. The skin is very nice for Enma. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, both mid laners are actually trading kinda aggressively, but now Shiranui, no, it's just doing it for fun, I guess. Both of them are actually down to 60% of health. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, nothing much actually happening so far. Both of their jungler are still farming. And then now Shiranui is getting stunned and really low. He's constantly being harassed by Daisime, and Daisime actually managed to bait the flash from Shiranui. So Shiranui actually more prioritize her passive rather than the flash, because the passive actually has a long cooldown, which is like almost 3 minutes. Now Daisime is playing really aggressive using the flash over there and managed to kill Kaguya, and first blood drawn by Team Red Korea Hooray. Meanwhile, Shiranui is waiting for Daisime over there, but Yotohime is already ready to back up his own teammates. And now Shiranui has already used her passive right now, and which means he has around 3 minutes cooldown before she can play really aggressively with the backup of her own passive. And on the top lane, still nothing much happening. So Enma is actually playing really aggressive right now, and it looks like on the bottom lane they are now having kind of bit of pressure by this Enma. And let's check Enma's item. So the first one is the critical bow, and then now you can see that Yoto is okay. I thought she is about to go mid lane. So now Shiranui is finally level 6, and I'm expecting her to actually try to gank other lane more. So actually nice push by Bake Kuzira over there, but instantly stopped by Kaguya. Oh, that's very close. Let's see if the Korok managed to kill. Yeah, okay, the Koroks actually managed to kill Bake Kuzira over there. So Shiranui managed to get the kill that she actually needs, because Shiranui is actually very strong, especially when she snowball into the game. You can see that Yotohime is already ready on the top lane. Okay, so Yoto is the one that managed to kill Aobozu. So this Yoto has been doing really well at the rotation so far. And now blue team has already started to do Kraken, but two of them are extremely low right now. Yeah, this Daisime is playing extremely well with the flash once again. Oh, Enma missed, but she managed to kill Teso. Okay, so it looks like Team KFR is under a lot of pressure right now. Meanwhile, Red Team is okay. They already got the Kraken earlier. Now Bake Kuzira just picked the flag. So there are 3 people all from the red team on the bottom lane right now. It looks like they want to try to take a lot of damage onto this bottom tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, you can see that Daisime is actually free farming right now. Let's check the item for a while. So it's CDR scroll. It is now 1k gold lead on the red team. And it looks like this Daisime is actually playing extremely aggressive against this Shiranui. Oh, this Shiranui needs to play a bit more careful because I don't think she has her passive. I'm not sure during the fight at the bottom lane if she used the passive or not. So meanwhile on the top lane, now Yoto is zoning this Aobozu. And now ultimate by Yoto Onmyoji is being used on Aobozu and managed to kill him once again. So it's already 2-0 for Yotohime. Meanwhile on the bottom lane, score is now 1-5 and 2k goal lead on the red team. So Shiranui is getting CC'd by the red team. I hope she managed to live with 15 HP. Okay, so she managed to live with 15 HP. And now the blue team is getting pressured again really hard by the red team. So red team has shown really good coordination, especially towards their rotation. And now Aobozu managed to shut down this Yotohime, which has already 3 kills under her name. Flash is being used but then Shiranui has scored under her and now her passive is actually triggered. Meanwhile, Itsumade was trying to help and take some focus away from Shiranui, but then now once again Daisime managed to kill Shiranui. Oh, finally this Shiranui got caught by Itsumade. He has been playing out of control since the early game. This Daisime has been playing extremely aggressive and doing extremely well. So now it is some kind of breathing room for blue team to actually farm a bit, but then their tower on the bottom lane is already under siege by Yotohime and it's already taken down. Meanwhile over here, Itsumade is actually trying to do Sogenbi, but she saw that Arakawa is leaving his lane and actually moving towards there and she quickly cancelled it. Now Enma and Bake Kuzira is the one doing this Sogenbi and it's actually just stolen just like that because apparently blue team is not ready for fight. Now ultimate is being used by Daisime over there, maybe it's just trying to zone. Shiranui once again getting caught by this Enma silence. Now this Enma is actually playing very aggressive and trying to push her way towards blue team. Arakawa himself is playing very aggressive, now he's trying to lock down this Teso. Meanwhile Aobozu is already very low and Kaguya as well. Looks like the red team managed to actually run down the blue team. A very risky play by Itsumade over there, trying to take the buff while 4 of the red team is actually down here. Now it looks like the red team is moving towards Orochi, which is going to be spawned in 4 seconds. And it is still another 15 seconds for blue team jungler to actually respawn. So this is a very easy Orochi by the red team. Gold lead is already 5k lead by the red team. And it looks like this Yoto is actually playing very aggressively because she knows she has a lot of advantage over the blue team. and the buff managed to be taken by Arakawa, which is now very low on mana. So as I said earlier, it looks like the blue team actually lacks of CC and they don't have anything reliable to actually lock this Arakawa. And meanwhile, during the fight over here, we saw that Enma actually take down the Kraken earlier with the help of Bake Kujira. And then now the tier 2 tower bot on the bottom lane is already being taken down. And the tier 3 is now exposed with Orochi wave is also coming in. And now the tier 3 tower is already down to half. Meanwhile, red team is already tower diving over here. Arakawa is zoning all of the blue teams away from the tower. And the tower has already managed to be taken down by the red team. Meanwhile, Aobozu managed to take Yotohime that has already overextended. And all the waves are actually pushing in towards the tier 3 tower. Middle lane has been already taken down by the red team as well. Now they are on to the top lane. So all tower has been taken down by the red team. So red team is actually playing extremely well right now. You can see that this Enma is dealing a lot of damage and they don't have much answer for this Arakawa. But Arakawa is finally being taken down by the blue team. So Enma got the double kill over there, and I think that is already triple. Now onto her quadra. So Enma is actually being unstoppable right now. Oh, that's a penta, I think. Yeah, that's a penta for this Enma. This is a very good performance by the red team. A very interesting opening match as well. It looks like Team Korea was actually the underdog on this semi-final, but they show very promising first match over here. So GG for both of the team, and this Enma has been playing extremely well on the bottom lane. And it is also the first pentakill in this tournament. So the score is 5-18. You can see the red team is pressuring the blue team really hard, especially during the early game. Let's check the item for a while. Okay. Nothing really interesting. So you can see from the graph, it is actually equal for almost like 5 minutes into the game, and extremely goes really bad for the blue team. And you can see the graph, it is going all the way to the red team after the 5-minute marks. So we are moving on. Okay, we are on to the second match right now. So actually there is a rules that the losing team can actually choose their side, which is on the blue team or on the red team, and it looks like Team Exile, which actually lose the first game, choose to be on the red team. So meanwhile they ban, I will change the score for a while. Okay, so Team Korea Hore is already one score ahead of Team Exile. So the first ban is Kainin once again from the blue team, and Arakawa is being banned by the red team. So it looks like it has been proven that Arakawa is actually very annoying to fight against, especially if your team's is actually lacking of CC. And if I'm not mistaken, during the whole tournament, Team Korea Hore actually prioritized to pick Bake Kuzira. So they have the first pick right now. So they actually banned nothing. I'm not sure if that is a miss or actually, you know, it's like being disrespectful or anything. But red team is banning Momo. So as what I said earlier, it looks like blue team actually prioritized to pick Bake Kuzira as their support choice. And now Yumekui is being picked by the red team and also Ichimokuren. So that's very interesting. And Enma once again being picked by the blue team. So this Enma is playing very well. Earlier we see, and she managed to get pentakill as well. So Shiro Muzo is being picked by the blue team. And now blue team is just lacking some kind of initiation for their draft. Okay, Teso being picked once again by the red team but under different player. And also Menreiki is being picked. It's Koso Denote and also Aobozu being picked by the blue team. So I'm not sure if this is the first Koso we see during the whole tournament or what. I already forgot about it. Okay, so I thought he was about to pick Samurai X, but it is actually Kurom Doji. So let's see. It looks like blue team doesn't has any kind of defensive. I mean their lineup is more towards pushing the red team away because of how strong their offensive power is. You can see that Shiro Muzo can actually be played offensively and defensively, but it's most likely being played offensively with the ultimate. It is rarely that they opt to use the ultimate defensively, like zoning ultimate. No, I don't think so. So it looks like middle lane, both Menreiki and Shiro Muzo has already met each other. Meanwhile on the bottom lane, both of the marksman and support is actually already ready on the bottom lane. So we are going to pay more attention towards this bottom lane on this game, because we see that earlier during game 1 this Enma is pressuring bottom lane really hard against Teso. So we see that this Menreiki is trying to disturb Koso from taking the jungle, but she already managed to take down the minion over here. So yeah, that's kind of late rotation by the Menreiki. Meanwhile on the top lane, still stalemate. So Teso has already down to half right now. Meanwhile, Bake Kuzira and Enma is still sitting on 100% health. So Menreiki managed to stop Shiro Muzo from rotating towards bottom lane, but you can see that they already ping Koso and Koso is already moving towards middle lane. But on the bottom lane, Yumekui is trying to CC Bakekuzira is down to very low health. Meanwhile, Teso also is playing really aggressive, and just now if she didn't play a bit more carefully, he might be taken down by Enma, but there's a seal coming out from Ichimokuren. Now red team is actually diving, and they managed to take down Bakekuzira. So that's a very nice play by team Exile, which do a tower dive towards the Bakekuzira, which is already very low. Now we can see that Koso is trying to steal this jungle buff earlier, but she decided to just help this Aobozu on the top lane. I'm not sure if she wanted to dive that, because it's kinda deep inside the tower range. So Minreki is rotating towards bottom lane, but quickly zoned away by Enma's skill 2. So we are yet to see this Koso Denote do some ganking. Okay, on the red team, they already started to do Sogenwi. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Shiromuzo has already used his ultimate and managed to take down Teso, and Ichi is extremely low as well. It looks like this Shiromuzo is also trying to... Oh, yeah, he moved towards the wrong side. He was aiming towards this bush, and Ichimokuren managed to escape. So the score is now 1-1, and goal is equal for both of the team. Okay, nothing happening. So Minreki decided to actually just retreat and regen. On the top lane, still nothing. Okay, so Yumekui is just trying to harass this Shiromuzo. Oh, Koso is already on the bottom lane, managed to land the stun on Ichimokuren, and also Ichimokuren is being locked by Bakekuzira and managed to be taken down by Koso. So finally Koso has already made her move. So now the blue team is being CC'd by Yumekui, and now they managed to take down Bakekuzira. Looks like red team still wants more, and they are trying to dive this for sure. Oh, but the gap is already far away, and it looks like blue team managed to retreat from this fight. But that means that red team will have this Kraken uncontested by the blue team. Meanwhile, on the top lane, it looks like Aobozu is being harassed a lot by this Kurodoji and choose to retreat. So Koso is already pinging, trying to attack this Kurodoji, but oh, Aobozu is diving really deep. Oh, one more ultimate. Okay, looks like, yeah, she doesn't want to use the ultimate because one extra normal attack will do the job. Now two of them are onto this Minreki, but the stun is failed to be landed by this Koso, so they cannot pursue further. Okay, so it looks like there are a lot of skirmishes around, and they are able to deal a lot of damage but not able to take down anyone properly. So meanwhile, I think we need to check the item soon. But now Zero Mujo is already, yeah, it's nothing. He is already level 10, which is the highest right now. Oh no, it's equal. Minreki is also level 10. It looks like Yumekui is actually diving towards Enma. Minreki has already used the ultimate. But it looks like they can't do significant damage right now. So both of the jungle and Zero Mujo is already down to half, and Flash is being forced on this Koso Denote. I'm gonna just call her Koso because it's kinda tiring to call her full name. So they managed to take down the bottom tower earlier. Now they are onto this middle tower, which has already almost down to the first bar. So now 5 from the red teams are actually on this top lane. So 4 of them trying to take down this Sogenbi. And it looks like Zero Mujo has already saw where they are. So red team managed to seal the Sogenbi, but in exchange of Kuro Doji's life. Once again, Koso has already trying to ping attack. It looks like they are aiming this Teso. Yes, they are not able to kill this Teso even after Koso managed to land the stun, because he is already kinda deep inside tower range and is being protected by Ichimokuren. Now on the bottom lane, it looks like this Enma is actually very strong right now. Yes, he is already strong during all the time anyway. Now 5 of the blue team is diving into the tier 1 tower and managed to take down both of the bottom lane from red team, which is Teso and Ichimokuren. Now it looks like they wanted to try, oh no, so they chose to do Kraken first, which is the safer option. But Yumekui is trying to disturb the blue team. Can't do much, because if he dies, which that might lead blue team to have Orochi chance. So Yumekui choose to play safer, especially during this time. Okay, let's check the item progression for a while. So ultimate is already being used by Zero Mujo, and Aobozu diving into the weakened Minreki. So there's a fight already starting over here. Aobozu is single-handedly zoning a lot from the red team, and he managed to take down Yumekui. And you can see that this Aobozu, despite almost die earlier, managed to get the regen, and now he's back to 30 or 40% health, and 3 down from the red team. So Team Korea has been playing really well for both of the game, and now they will have their first Orochi. So they are doing extremely well, especially on the rotation and team fight. And this Bake Kujira, despite being 0-3, has managed to land his pull again and again. So Enma, oh, that's kinda loud, you know? So score is now 9-4, 33.7k goal on the blue team and 30k on the red team. So it's already 4k goal lead. You can see that Kuro Doji is trying to zone out the Zero Mujo, but Aobozu himself is already, yeah, he managed to actually like zone 5 of them. He used his ultimate to get away because he is kinda in a sticky situation earlier. And now the blue team has already taken down the tier 2 middle lane tower. Looks like this is very difficult for the red team to actually defend, because top lane and bottom lane, the minion is actually pushing towards the red team tower. You see that over here, Yumekui is trying to do his best to actually delay the push, but he actually got killed during that. Now all the red teams are really low, but blue teams has already started to knock onto the tier 3 tower. So Enma is finally being taken down by the red team, but blue team is not slowing down at all. Now they are trying to damage the tower as much as possible. Blue team also managed to kill Mereki during the fight, and also now Ichimokuren is being killed by Aobozu. So this Aobozu is playing really well. He actually managed to like zone 3 or 5 people all the time, and still managed to go escape successfully, or at least take someone down. His score is now 6-0-3. So the tier 3 tower on the middle lane is just few hits away, and now it's already being taken down by the blue team. Looks like Yumekui is trying to stop the blue team from escaping. You can see that the red team is actually pushing in right now. Oh, but Enma is already here. One silence kill from Enma can actually stop the red team from advancing further. So Team Exile, which is the red team, is on very tight situation right now, and Team Korea, it has already taken the second Kraken. It looks like they will able to take down the bottom tower if they want to release the Kraken onto this bottom lane. Okay, Kraken has already been summoned. And Ichimokuren doesn't have his ultimate for another 40 more seconds. It looks like it's going to be difficult for them to actually defend this tower, because on the top lane, Aobozu is already split pushing and managed to already take down the top lane tower. Bake Kujira once again actually managed to pull some of the red team, and now huge fight is coming out from both of the team, and now red team is going to push the blue team because 3 of them are already down. Yeah, looks like they want more, but this Aobozu is really strong. 3 of the red team actually wanted to retreat earlier, but Teso is playing really aggressively earlier. Looks like there is a miscommunication. Oh, the heal coming out from this Aobozu. Okay, he's juking a lot. Okay, no target to heal actually, so they managed to kill down this Aobozu finally. After scoring 7 kills under his name, so he finally has his first death. So meanwhile, let's check the item for a while. Okay, so it looks like Aobozu is already going for more damage because he is snowballing extremely hard. You can see he picked up the pink side as well. Okay, let's check the goal. So it is already 17 minutes and most of the blue teams are already level 18 except for the support. So they are now just making noises on the Orochi. Meanwhile, you can see that Aobozu is on the bottom lane trying to split push his way. Meanwhile, red team Minriki has already used the ultimate, but she can't find any target actually. So there's the ultimate being wasted and 25 more seconds for another ultimate. Yeah, it looks like they are not in a position to actually defend the bottom tower, and Aobozu will actually manage to take down this tower without any disturb from the red team. It looks like Minriki is trying to stop, but yeah, I don't think she can do much. It looks like Aobozu is already... Yeah, Aobozu damage is actually very huge actually with that build. Teso also being zoned away by this Enma. This Enma is being unstoppable right now because she almost has a full item. So 3 down on the red team, which is still around 35 more seconds. It looks like red team will not be able to defend this last chance. Oh, looks like blue team doesn't want to push because they don't have minion anyway, so they decided to just take this Orochi. So there's still a bit chance for the red team, because after this the red team will actually be respawned, but it is going to be like almost twice more difficult because Orochi wave is also coming. Oh, I'm not sure if blue team want to take Nan first because the Orochi wave is still over here. It looks like they already pinged the Nan. They want to play it safe and just secure the game. And they already wait for the Nan right now. Nan is already sealed by this Enma. You can see the Enma during the late game. The power of Enma taking objective is extremely fast. So Aobozu is already trying to play more aggressively. Stun managed to be landed by Koso. Managed to land it on 3%. Ultimate on Shiromuzo has already been used. Looks like all of the red team are really low right now. Minriki, despite just opening her ultimate, is already being taken down by Shiromuzo over there. Koso is trying to clean up a lot from the red team, and it's a team wipe by Team Korea over there, 2-0. So very nice play by Team Korea over here. This is the first time we has a Korean team on to this race tournament, and it is a very good performance by them as well. So it looks like Team Korea Hore will move on to upper bracket final, and Team Exile, which is the previous champion for race tournament, will move on to the lower bracket. So the lower bracket will be best of 3 as well, but it is not going to be recorded because they want to make the schedule faster. So once again, GG by both of the team. GG for both of the team. And congratulations for Team Korea Hore to move forwards to the upper bracket final. So it looks like we will immediately move on to the next match. Okay, so we are on to the second semi-final match right now. So both of these teams are actually the crowd favorite, which is Team Pillar and also Team R7 on the red side. So Team R7 is from Taiwan, if I'm not mistaken, and they are actually first place with the highest point during the round robin. And Team Pillar is the second highest point for the round robin. And now Team Pillar actually banned Bake Kujira first. So that is interesting because maybe they already saw how strong this Bake Kujira will be, especially during the tournament. And also CCO is getting banned. Okay, so Momo and Shiranui is banned by the red team. So which means there is actually Yumekui, but I'm not sure if they actually want to pick it or not. Because I have yet to see them actually pick Yumekui. So first pick is going to be Teso by the blue team. So we have saw that Teso already lose 2 games in a row against Enma. So I'm not sure if this Teso, I'm not sure if red team is actually able to watch the match previously. We have already closed the spectate, but sometimes there is actually a bug which lets other players to watch the match even if the spectate is already being closed. So DD on Team R7 picked Tamamo. We already saw that this Tamamo has been playing really good all of the match throughout this tournament. And Hakosojo is the support choice by the red team. And on the blue team, we see a 2 tanky Shikigami is being picked, which is Takiya Sahime and also Aobozu. Okay, so there is Yoko being picked by the red team and also Yuki Doji. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Yuki Doji earlier. And now we finally get to see Yuki Doji. Yuki Doji is also one of the top pick during this tournament so far. And on the blue team, they instantly lock onto Shiro Mujo. And also Ichimokuren is being picked by the blue team. So we are waiting for the last pick by the red team, which is actually the tank Shikigami. Yeah, I was just about to say, is it going to be Arakawa because he is left open? So it looks like Arakawa is already being picked by the red team and red. And on the blue team, yeah, it looks like they will have some kind of difficulty trying to lock down this Arakawa as well. Okay, so we are on to the second match right now. So I'm not trying to like say who is the better team or anything like that. I'm just here for a good game. So I'm expecting a good match coming out from this second match. Let's see if they... Okay, yeah. They changed the lane, which is Marksman on the top lane. And Aobozu on the bottom lane. Who is using the Aobozu? Let me check. Okay. Okay, so we have already saw this strategy many times. So the point of having marksman on the top lane against a tank is to take down. The main objective is to take down the tower as fast as possible. So it's actually a race right now to see which side can actually take down the tower first. Because as we already know, Arakawa before level 6 is not as good as, I mean, like he is like a totally different Shikigami after he reached level 6. So both teams are pressuring really hard against the tank Shikigami. Can see that they already managed to dent the tower. So Ichimokuren is trying to scout where the Yuki is. Okay, Yuki has already made a move towards top lane and Ichimokuren is already down to 70%. And now Yuki, so there's a failed CC coming out from Takayasa Hime. Okay, so the first bar will be taken down on the bottom lane tower. Meanwhile, top lane they are just started to get their first bar. Yuki is hovering towards top lane once again. Looks like he really wants this Ichi to be killed right now. So the looks like he used the Korot. Yeah, Arakawa used the Korot to actually secure the kill on this Ichimokuren, which Yuki actually got the kill. So on the bottom lane, this Hako needs to play. Oh, there's a very lucky charm by this Hako, but it's not able to save her own life. And so it's a 1-1 trade on the bottom lane, and oh yeah, Ichimokuren is getting killed earlier. So Yuki once again, he is actually camping this top side. So once again, he is aiming for this Ichimokuren. So Ichi is already going back to regen and left Teso alone. Oh, Teso is in quite advanced position just now. He's kind of front and has already used the flash to actually escape away. Yuki almost killed by Teso earlier. If Teso didn't use the flash to go away, to run away, he might actually able to land the skill 1 by using flash earlier. But meanwhile on the bottom lane we see that no, it's not bottom lane. It's Aobozu that managed to kill Yoko with the help of Shiro Muzo earlier when we checked top lane. So Yoko is rotating towards mid lane right now. So it is almost 5 minutes and we have yet to see a tower being taken down. Normally with this strategy it is before 5 minutes the tower will already be taken down normally. Okay, so they are diving this Hako Sojo and managed to get a kill. Oh, Takayasa is being killed by Yuki Doji. So very nice rotation coming up from Yuki Doji. Okay, ultimate is being used by Tamamo, but is very off the mark and they managed to get the tower by doing that. So both top and bottom lane tower is already being taken down by the marksman. So I'm looking forward for them to actually swap lane right now. Meanwhile on the red team, 4 people has taken down this Kraken and Takayasa Hime has a late reaction over there. Yeah, both of the teams are hovering around this Sogenbi because after you get Sogenbi, actually it's a very good time to actually fight because of the regen buff. So red team is not on a position to contest this Sogenbi. Yuki was far away and now he is moving towards bottom lane. Oh no, he is not moving towards bottom lane. On the top lane, both marksmen are actually here. Meanwhile, Yuki is rotating towards mid lane. So Zero Mujo has been playing very safe so far. Okay, Yuki is moving towards middle lane. Meanwhile, Takiasa also is already on position, but she is already being stunned by Tamamo to stop her from moving further towards them. Meanwhile, Arakawa on the bottom lane is playing very aggressive against this Aobozu. He is just trying to harass and also clear the wave. So Teso has already used the ultimate, managed to drop Tamamo's health to below 30% earlier. Looks like, yeah, I'm not sure where is the heal coming out from. Okay, so Hako Sojo has heal item. So both tank and jungler are on the bottom lane and there's a fight here. Ultimate is already being used by Takiasa. Zero Mujo able to land the stun. So that's a double kill by Zero Mujo. So very nice aim, very nice stun aim by the Zero Mujo. Managed to land it on Yuki and he aimed his ultimate towards Arakawa, which Arakawa is unfortunately ran out of energy as well. So he was not able to dash away. Now on the middle lane, Takiasa managed to land a stun on this Hako Sojo, but still not able to take her down yet. So very low. Yeah, very low but not dead. $50 more seconds before Orochi spawn, and there's like 35 seconds for Kraken. You can see that this game actually like not much happening, but it is very tense for both of the team. It looks like they're actively trying to figure out where the enemy teams are. Oh, but now Amamo is getting sandwiched by the blue team. You can see that the ultimate was used by Zero Mujo earlier, and then Teso is just running with his ultimate towards the Tamamo earlier. So Kraken is now 1-1 for both of the team. And let's check their item for a while. So Teso immediately goes for a double crit item. Okay, Aobozu is opting for a drum. Heal down item already being made by Yoko. Okay, that's interesting. And then for the gold lead, team pillar, which is on the blue team, has 2k gold lead. Okay, so they already ping Orochi. It looks like they just want to bait, I think. Okay, our Bozu is rotating towards bottom lane. So it looks like they just don't want the lane to actually pushing towards blue team. Yeah, you can see that both teams are not actually rushing to do Orochi, which is actually one of the mistakes that happens a lot, especially on the middle tier. It's like they keep rushing, trying to do Orochi. So now both teams are actually prioritizing to clear the wave, the lane minion first. And it is just waiting for which team to actually lose their patience first. So it looks like red team still managed to both team actually managed to, it's like you see the goal lead is still on the 2k range. It is not growing further anyway. On the bottom lane, this Arakawa is just rushing this Aobozu, and it's like they are competing, trying to clear this wave, like who can clear the wave faster. Can see that team R7 is playing very defensively around this area. Meanwhile, 3 of Team Pillar is already setting their eyes on this Arakawa. Okay, Arakawa is actually very out of position. He is moving towards the blue team actually instead of his own. And meanwhile, during the fight on the bottom lane, it looks like red team making their move on to 2 members on the blue team as well. But they are not able to get anyone down from the blue team. Okay, so this might be a chance for the blue team to actually take down Orochi. Okay, so Yuki is already on his position. Ultimate is already being used by Tamamo to actually check the health of this Orochi. But Team Pillar quickly left this Orochi and managed to get a kill on Yoko. So Yuki is still hovering around this area. Oh, there's a late dash by Yuki. Flash is already being used, and so it is going to be very difficult for this Yuki to actually try his chance to steal Orochi anymore. But during the fight earlier, we see here Aobozu managed to get a kill onto this Tamamo. So another Kraken. It looks like red team is not in a position to contest this. So the second Kraken will be going on to the way for the blue team. It looks like Team Pillar is already having an advantage over the red team. You can see that the red team is being pushed away by the blue team. Now Kraken is already on to the bottom lane but already being taken down. So the next wave is already Orochi wave. Ultimate is already being used by Shiromuzo and also Takiasa. They managed to get the Yuki Doji and Arakawa. Okay. So 3 down on the red team, and this tower is no longer safe. So there is only Yoko and Hako Soju left. It looks like they want to close this game right now. And they also have another wave coming out on the middle lane. Ultimate is being used by Teso. The flash is being used by both of them right now. and there is 15 more seconds before the rest of the red team is respawned. Hakosojo is also already taken down. Ultimate is being used by Ichimokuren. They are going to close this game right here. Ultimate being used by Aobozu, managed to land a kill on this Yoko. Okay, so Takiasa is the only one dead from the blue team. And looks like the red team managed to defend their base just for a little more longer. Okay, this Arakawa is 1-4 right now. Okay, so despite the blue team actually lacking some kind of CC, they managed to actually just run down the Arakawa. So this is just two strategy to actually take down Arakawa. Either you lock him down or you run it down by snowballing the game. So the score is 15-5, and it is already around 6k gold lead on the blue team. Let's check their experience. Experience is around 4k, and it looks like all of the blue team already level 18 except Ichi, which is just like 1 million away from level 18. So Shiro Mujo is just using the ultimate and trying to take down as much HP as possible from the red team. So fight is being initiated by the red team, but both of them is not able to kill anyone yet so far. Yuki is playing very aggressive earlier, and this Tamamo is very front, now being saved by Hakosojo. Ultimate is already being used by Aobozu, managed to land a kill on Hakosojo. Teso is the one getting the kill. So all wave are already pushing in towards the red team. It looks like red team is not able. Oh, blue team is retreating anyway. It looks like they want to wait for the next Orochi, I guess. It's 30 more seconds. It is better for them to wait for the next Orochi, because with normal wave like this, it is kind of difficult to just push their way towards the base. Meanwhile, Aobozu single-handedly playing very aggressive against 2 person on the red team. Managed to get a kill on Yoko as well, but in exchange of his own life. Okay, so blue team has already started to do Orochi. Shiromujo also in a position, trying to join the rest of the red team. So ultimate is being used, but oh, there's a bit more on Tamamo. It's just like 1 hit now. Ultimate is used by Takiasa Hime. Managed to get 2 kills. So Yoko and Arakawa is already being taken down. Hakosojo as well. Yuki is also in a bad position. So 4 down on the red team. So this is the one that has been done by Team Pillar again and again. It's like they start Orochi, they do it like half-heartedly, even until half, and then they just ready to leave it. So the difference between them and like normal player is like normal player normally have the mindset of, oh, we already do the Orochi halfway, don't leave it, and then they keep tanking the Orochi and do the fight under Orochi. It's like they taking extra damage by Orochi. That's the one that caused a lot of fight being turned around during the Orochi. But it looks like Team Pillar is not doing any of that kind of mistakes. They are ready to leave it and just trying to get as much enemy team down as fast as possible. So the graph is also going towards the blue team. You can see that is changes during the pre 7 minutes. Still going towards both team up and down just like that. So we are moving on to the game 2. So the losing team from match number 1 and match number 2 will fight on the lower bracket later, and the winner from this match number 2 will move on to the upper bracket final. Okay, so we are on to the game number 2. So now team R7 is on the blue team. Okay, so let me change the scoring for a while. Okay, Momo is being banned by team R7, and Teso is banned by the red team. So it looks like Team Pillar is respecting Teso a lot, and blue team is banning Shiranui despite they having the first pick. It looks like they don't have Shira player. Should be Bake, I think. The next ban should be like Bake Kujira, which they actually banned earlier during the first game. But I'm not sure. It's Bake. Yoko is picked by the blue team. So it looks like every time on the second... No, I was about to say it looks like every time on the second pick, they opted for two mage kind of lineup, but they already first pick Futakuchi, and also followed by Neko. Neko is actually one of the highest win rate right now. I forgot if she is actually the highest win rate or like second highest. And Aobozu is being picked by the blue team, and now we are waiting for the red team to lock onto this Rukia. Okay, so Rukia and also what's her name? Kaguya. Okay, so they swap. So now blue team is the one that having Aobozu and Takiasa still, but they still haven't locked onto this Takiasa. I'm not sure why they are not picking Yoto. If I'm not mistaken, team R7 has a very good Yoto player. So Shiro Mujo is the one. Oh, this is kind of interesting because blue team actually used the previous lineup of Team Pillar except for the Yoko, which was Teso earlier, and then now we are waiting for the last pick from the red team, which is the mid laner choice, which is going to be Hana. I thought we are going to see Oitsuki earlier, because Oitsuki is actually kind of risky to play, especially in a tournament setting and against team that is almost on equal skill level, because of how risky she is. So Hana is obviously a better choice because of how well balanced she is. Like she can initiate, she can play defensively, she can CC as well. She also deal a lot of damage and her sustain is very good. So, oh, I thought she was lagging. And it looks like both of the marksmen are going towards bottom lane this game. So Hana is already ready on the middle lane. You can see that the wave clearing is also very fast. And Hana can do this again and again. It's like even if she is trading against the enemy mid laner, she is able to heal herself up. Her clear is faster than Shiromujo because whenever Shiromujo is trying to move towards a bit more front, Shiromujo will take a lot of damage from this Hana. We can see that more, especially after this Hana reach level 3. She will be able to deal more damage towards this Shiromujo, especially with the stun, the CC that is coming from her skill tree. You can already start to see that the Shiromujo is being pushed away by Hana, and during that, Rukia actually managed to get a first kill over Aobozu on the top lane. So on the bottom lane, Takiasa managed to secure the Lantern Daruma, which is already started by the red team earlier. So Neko is having a free farm all over the jungle because all of the laner are doing very well against the enemy team. I mean, red team is doing very well laning against the blue team. So now Takiasa once again moving towards bottom lane. It looks like red team map awareness is very good and they immediately move back. Now Neko is also already started to steal the enemy jungle camp. This Takiasa got her eyes on this Neko. So Futakuchi is already down to 40% HP. Looks like she is going to retreat after this wave. Meanwhile, on the top lane, both top laners are playing very aggressive in exchanging hits. So Hana is getting sandwiched all around, but it looks like now she is 1 versus 3, get a bit of heal over there, preventing her from getting killed by the blue team. And now this Takiasa is on a very bad position. So Neko ultimate Neko passive is triggered earlier, which prevent her from getting killed, and Yoko almost died earlier by this Futakuchi. You can see that both of them are playing very aggressive against each other. One more hit. Okay, so Rukia managed to get another kill on this Aobozu. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Futakuchi just used her ultimate to actually harass this Yoko and Ichimokuren. Okay, so we see Takiasa is moving towards bottom lane once again. But Team Pillar is already aware of her rotation. Looks like they are able to sense that whenever this Takiasa is coming, and they play very defensively. Like you see, they hug towards this wall earlier. Okay, now Neko needs to be a bit more. He doesn't want to play more aggressively because she doesn't have the passive right now. Okay, the red team pillar is now moving on to this Kraken because it is already kinda late for the blue team to actually respond to it. So Hana already used the ultimate, managed to pull 2, and Ichi is really low right now. Meanwhile, Aobozu is pushing against 3 people on the team pillar. Hana and Kaguya is already taken down by this Aobozu. Utakuchi as well. Rukia managed to land a freeze onto 3 people. But it looks like blue team managed to kill 4% from the red team, and in exchange of 2 people from the blue team, which is Takiasa and Shiro Mujo. So 4-7 right now, and it is 2k gold lead on team pillar. Oh, he's taking a lot of hit from the tower, but it deals not much damage. So both marksmen already swapped their lane to top. And on the middle lane, Hana is continue to clear the wave. I'm not sure why. Yeah, it looks like the Shiro Mujo is already rotating towards bottom lane, and now all of them are setting their eyes on this Rukia, but this Rukia is playing very slippery. You can see that she is dashing here and there, and looks like Aobozu not able to chase this Rukia, and now he is being zoned away by this Hana. Meanwhile, the Utakuchi is already trying to sandwich this Aobozu, but failed to land her skill too. But Hana is over there, able to secure the kill. So it looks like Kaguya is the one getting the kill, but on the bottom lane, Rukia and Neko is already has already taken down the tier 2 tower. So red team is already actively controlling the bottom area of the map. And as you can see, since earlier, Neko also has already trying to steal a lot of jungle camps. So Futakuchi is playing very aggressive. I think she wants to take 2 of them down, but Hana, even after using the ultimate, not managed to get anyone. So 3 of the blue teams are extremely low. Despite the fight, during the fight earlier, Neko managed to take down Sogenbi alone. This Hana is playing very well actually. You can see that she alone can actually do a lot against enemy team. You can see that she is actively zoning, actively initiating and preventing the enemy to escape. Meanwhile, Rukia is now 3-0 and continuing to disturb this Aobozu. I see that this Aobozu can't really play against this Rukia anymore. 6.8k gold on Rukia, and it is just 5.1k on this Aobozu. And even worse on this Takiasa Hime, which keep getting her jungle stolen by Neko. You can see that she is just about to reach 4k. Meanwhile, Neko is already on 6k gold and managed to single kill Yoko earlier. Another Kraken being taken by the red team. You can see that this Neko is playing very aggressive against 2 of them. Oh, that is interesting. I think this Neko wants to force Takiasa to use the flash over there. That might be a big brain moment. So now that they know Takiasa doesn't have subdue. No, what I mean is trying to force a subdue from Takiasa. So Neko doesn't have her passive anymore, and being taken down by this Aobozu. This Aobozu is playing very aggressive right now. He wants more. So 2 down by this Aobozu. This Kaguya also very low, but it looks like Aobozu doesn't want to pursue any further and decided to just clear this Kraken and regen. Now defending bottom lane. And once again we see that the red team, Team Pillar, will just leave the Orochi for a fight. So I think that is their method of actually forcing a fight. So you are bound to actually contest that anyway, because even if you think that okay, they will just leave it anyway, they will not, and then you choose to not contest the Orochi, they will just take it down. So it is always a bad situation for the enemy team. So Neko once again roaming freely, trying to find anyone he can get. Already 4k goal lead for the red team, and it looks like okay, Rukia is 8k, and then Neko is 7.3, and then the rest is like 7k. But most of the blue team are sitting on 7k gold. That's like already there's like 2 extra items for Aspat and Neko, Rukia and Neko. On the bottom lane you can see this Rukia once again disturbing this Aobozu. Okay, so they are already 3 of them are hovering around this area, and then there is a pause coming out from the red team, and it's already being resumed. Oh, this Takiasa. Flash is being used by Takiasa. Oh, this Neko needs to be careful, but it's already being taken down by the blue team. Oh, that was a mistake by Neko. She doesn't have her passive ready, but then she is trying to tower dive earlier, you can see, and then immediately got CC'd by the blue team. So Kaguya is very low as well. Ultimate is being used by Rukia, and Hana managed to pull 3 people and cross some people earlier. Ultimate used by Futakuchi managed to get 2 kills. Oof. That is almost, that one hit almost killed this Shiromuzo earlier, and then now Kraken is open for the red team to actually take. So this is going to be the 3rd Kraken for the red team. So there's a mistake by Futakuchi earlier. He is moving quite further away from the Kraken, which result the Kraken to be reset. And now the blue team is already ready over here, trying to contest this Kraken. So Kraken has already been reset 2 times. Ultimate used by Futakuchi once again managed to drop this Aobozu down to half. Oh, okay, so someone is lagging on the red team, I think. Okay, Takiasa has started to do Kraken. Okay, so Neko is the one disconnected. So I'm not sure why they actually resume the game if Neko is still lagging behind like this. Okay, so I'm not sure what is happening right now. Okay, Neko is back into the game.
敵の式神が消失しました。
Okay, paused by the blue team. Okay, I'm not sure what is happening right now because apparently spectator cannot read the all chat in game. Okay, so on Discord. Okay, so we got a notification from Team Pillar on the Discord channel saying that they are lagging and they want to pause earlier. Meanwhile, there is a fight on the top lane and ultimate is being used by Hana, but it looks like blue team is 4 against 3 and they managed to get 2. So Futakuchi and Kaguya is taken down by the blue team, and now they are moving towards to this Orochi. So Hana and Rukia is playing very aggressive here. They want to stop this Orochi from being taken down by the red team. Nice ultimate by Rukia. Managed to freeze 3 to 4 people earlier. So Albozu managed to kill. Albozu managed to kill Neko and then now moving his eyes towards to this Rukia. So there's a fall down on the red team. Okay, so it looks like we got a notification by Team Pillar on the Discord once again saying that they already paused 2 times and being resumed by the blue team. Yeah, we can see that Neko is actually staying on the base earlier. Okay, so there is a fight happening earlier, but it looks like they are not trying to rush to take this Orochi yet. So it looks like the graph is actually moving towards the blue team right now, at least for a bit. Yeah, it's already going down to around 2.5k. Experience doesn't matter anymore. They are mostly level almost 18. On the bottom lane, yeah, it looks like Neko is lagging. You can see she is not even moving. So Aobozu is joining this Rukia. 2 of them are 1 versus 1 right now. Meanwhile, the fight once again, yeah, it looks like the very similar fight like earlier. Red team is blue team is able to do a lot of damage onto the blue team. Okay, so now red team is in a position to able to take this fight because you can see that the blue teams are mostly around half right now. Okay, so Hana decided to regen first. This Neko is... I hope she is fine now, because it was laggy for her earlier. So bottom lane is already being taken down by Albozu, and ultimate is being used again and again by this Futakuchi, trying to chip as much damage as possible. Okay, we see Rukia and Aobozu once again, they are just trading hits. So Nen is coming out in around 10 seconds. Ultimate being released by Futakuchi again. He's just trying to harass the blue team. Okay, Rukia is trying to zone 4% from the blue team right now. Okay, Frozen 2. Okay, Orochi is almost being taken down by the red team, so Orochi is already down. Meanwhile, the fight is looking kinda good for the red team. Okay, so for the blue team is already pushing onto the red team. You can see that there is like 3 people down, I think. Okay, 2 people down from the red team. And now, despite having the Orochi taken by the red team, blue team is the one actually having an advantage during the team fight. So Neko managed to kill Yoko. So this Nen will not happen for the blue team right now because Neko is already trying to kill all the backline. 3 down by Neko right now. Aobozu is just 1 hit away. And Takiasa is also not safe, I think. Just 1 more hit. So there's like a quadra. Yeah, there is a quadra kill for Neko. And they have wave coming in. It looks like they just want to end this game. There's like 30 more seconds before the blue team respawn. They will close the game right here. Despite having the lag issue earlier. So that's GG for Team Pillar to have a 2-0 over Team R7. And they are moving on to the upper bracket final. So score is 16-22. Despite a very patient play by both of the team, it looks like a small mistake happening, especially during Aobozu when he was still on the bottom lane. Neko already started to do Orochi. And Rukia managed to zone 4 of the blue team earlier, which secure them the Orochi. Okay, we are now on to the upper bracket final. So we have Team Filler versus Team Korea Hore. So we can see that they finally banned this Bake Kujira, which has been used by Team Korea for all of their match. Okay, wait, let me check. Let me change the score for a while. Okay, so quick recap: we have Bake Kujira and Teso being banned by the blue team, and now on the red team they have Higanbana and Shiranui being banned. So it looks like both teams know each other very well already. But I'm not sure why they are on first pick they banned Teso. So Neko and Futakuchi Ichimokuren is being picked on the blue team, and we see that this Enma Enma is being picked by Team Korea. This Enma has been doing well. We saw her on the previous match earlier. And Momo, it looks like Team Pillar has been banning Momo all the game, but this time they let it slide. So Team Korea has Enma and Momo right now, and also this Daisime has been playing extremely well also during the game earlier. And Yasa, so okay, Yasa, I'm not feeling very sure about this Yasa, but this Arakawa and Daisime has been playing very well also during the first match earlier versus Team Exile. And then we have Menreiki and Aobozu on the blue team. So the draft is very similar to Team Korea draft is very similar to the draft that they used against Team Exile during the first match. The only difference is Yasa and also Bake Kujira into Momo. So this match is, I think this match is going to be very interesting. Okay, so they have marksman on the top lane once again now. So this is this was the strategy against Arakawa during previous game against R7 as well, which they are just trying to take down this tower and then trying to snowball from here and bring down this Arakawa purely by damage difference. So I am not sure about Yasa because Yasa is a very risky pick. It actually depends on how well this Yasa can do, especially during early stage, and how good he can snowball. Normally it's just like level 3, depending on his level 3 or level 4 ganking, and then depending on his jungle invading. So a lot of factor, especially when using this Yasa, because he is kinda bad when you are behind the game. So both teams are almost on their first bar, but it looks like Futakuchi is a bit faster than Enma. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, Menreiki is also one of his signature Shikigami. Okay, the first bar is being taken down on top and also bottom. So Momo, it looks like Momo being skewed backwards towards the tower earlier, and then now very low. Yeah, it looks like Momo used barrier earlier and managed to get one more hit advantage against this Aobozu, which resulted the Aobozu to be the one that is killed instead. Now 3 person against this Aobozu. Flash has against this Arakawa. Flash has been used by this Arakawa, but it looks like he can't escape. Okay. Yeah, this is what I said by Yasa earlier. It all depends on this level 3 gang. The flash has been used by Enma as well. Aobozu is very low. Meanwhile, Neko is the one stealing the camp, but Arakawa is already here. And Arakawa will manage to... Okay, so he will tank it a bit until the Yasa is able to come here. So meanwhile, on the middle lane, we see Daisime is being killed by Menreiki. I think it is a solo kill because there is no assist on Neko. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they already able to take down the top tower. And then now Ichimokuren is at bottom lane, managed to kill Enma with this Aobozu. So Team Pillar is already ready for the Kraken that just spawned. Meanwhile, Yasa has just went back to the base and regen. Looks like there is no time for him to actually come here. Yeah, Kraken has already been taken by Team Pillar, and Neko, after using the ultimate, managed to kill Momo, and now he is already tower diving to get this Enma. Passive is already gone from this Neko. Ultimate is being used by Yasa toward on this Mireki. Mireki is down, Daisime is down as well. Now Yasa is playing very aggressive. It looks like he will, he missed the last hit. He is able to take down Ichimokuren even with 1 health. Now Momo managed to finish this Aobozu as well. So it looks like the Team Pillar was playing really aggressive. They are diving until here, but they are not able to escape. So this is a good start for Yasa. He is already 3-0, and it looks like, let me check, his farm is already 3k. He is, this is very bad for Aobozu. He is below Ichimokuren actually, the farm. This is a very favorable start for Yasa. Ultimate is being used by Minreki, trying to chase down this Arakawa, and he finally got it, but Yasa is there preventing this Minreki to just got away freely after the kill. On the bottom lane, Enma is already pushing this Aobozu away. This Yasa is already snowballing. So I was not feeling sure about Yasa because of how difficult he is to pull off, and he is not doing good, especially if he is behind, but now he is snowballing, and this will be a very good start for Yasa. His silence is being used by Enma that is able to stop Minreki from pushing further. So let's check their item for a while. So Yasa opted for Grass Cutter. It looks like he wants to have his ultimate ready as soon as possible. That's why he chose Grass Cutter first instead of the pink side. A very nice play by Futakuchi over there. Managed to kill this Enma when Momo was not around. And now on the top lane, both of the top laners are playing very aggressive against each other. Neko is ready to help Aobozu. Very nice stun by Arakawa, but he is not able to escape successfully. And then now Daisime is being chased by Aobozu. Enma is already here. It looks like they are able to take down this Aobozu, but I'm not sure yet. Very nice rotation by Mereki. Nice timing. Nice ulti timing by Momo. Managed to save this Enma. I was about to thought that it is a late timing. So Aobozu is 1-3-3 right now. He is taken down once again. Okay, so Kraken is going to be spawned right now. Yasa is 5-0, and it looks like they Team Korea wanted to actually contest on this Kraken. So Neko is already here. Yasa already leave his position. He might be able to get Menreki if he stay patient for a while, a little more longer. So there's a second Kraken going to the way of Team Pillar. So Futakuchi managed to kill Arakawa with the help of Ichimokuren. Okay, so they are rotating towards top lane. They want to shut down this Yasa. So 3 ultimate being used to kill this Yasa. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they Team Pillar managed to take down the tier 2 bottom tower. Now Neko is staying Sogenbi without any disturb from Team Korea. Okay, Team Pillar managed to take down the middle tower. And now they are okay, so they managed to land a charm on this Arakawa, and with the help of Futakuchi ultimate and also Ichimokuren, they managed to take down Arakawa. Yasa is ready on his position, able to land the ultimate on Aobozu, but that is not enough. So the blue team, Team Pillar, is already trying to take down this Orochi. Is already down to 30% health. It looks like Yasa is still not ready. So the first Orochi is going to the way of Team Pillar. So Yasa, despite being having a good start, now he is having difficulty in actually initiating a fight, because yeah, that's just his weakness. He needs to able to have a huge lead against enemy team to do his things really well. If he's just like on equal ground, it feels kind of difficult and risky for him to actually initiate and also playing to his fullest. Now we see that Futakuchi is already diving in and able to zone a lot of the red team. Neko, meanwhile, Neko is diving and able to kill Arakawa. Oh, everyone is diving from Team Pillar, and it looks like they are kind of overextending. Enma, they are not Team Korea is not able to actually pursue further because there is Ichimokuren's shield and ultimate. But in the midst of that fight, tier 3 middle tower is also being taken down. Oh, there is almost that Daisime is almost died by Futakuchi ultimate, left 11 HP earlier. Now there is a wave coming out on the top lane. Team Korea managed to defend their last tower. So it looks like Team Pillar wants the next Kraken. Meanwhile, Menreki is on her position, trying to zone or harass anyone that is trying to take this, trying to contest this Kraken. Yeah, meanwhile, Aobozu is just being a diversion. Ultimate is opened by Futakuchi once again. Menreki also used the ultimate. Momo is getting caught by the charm. And then Futakuchi was out of position earlier, getting killed by Arakawa. And then now Neko is diving against 3 people. Neko is very low, but he managed to take down Momo. Now they are on to the last 2. Menreki managed to take down this Enma. And okay, there's no wave coming towards top lane yet, but Kraken is already being released. So it looks like they want to break this right now. Okay, so all tower has been taken down by Team Pillar. Ultimate being used by Menreki, and then Daisime is still under Momo's ultimate. Okay, Arakawa is just trying to chip a lot of blue team HP, but it looks like the goal difference is kind of huge. That's why it is not much of the damage from Arakawa. Arakawa is sitting on 7.2k gold. Meanwhile, the rest of the blue team pillar is already around 9k gold. The ultimate being used by Aobozu, and Futakuchi also used the ultimate. Now they are going to chase these two. Okay, so they are not able to chase, and both of them can't really stand the harass coming out from the blue team, and Orochi is going to be spawned in 10 more seconds. Meanwhile, the blue team are preparing. You can see that they are setting up, all the lanes are already pushing in. They are hiding, trying to wait for the Team Korea to actually make a mistake in their positioning. So ultimate is already being used by Momo and Futakuchi. It looks like Dai's teammate is out of position and now being taken down by Futakuchi. Enma as well, also out of position and getting caught by Minreki. So Momo also down by Minreki, and then now Yasa managed to take down Aobozu despite all that, but it is still very difficult for them to actually defend their base right now. You can see godlike already for Minreki, and everyone has died from the red team. So blue team managed to secure the team pillar managed to secure the first game. So as I said earlier, Yasa is a very risky pick. You see that even after snowballing so hard during the early game, then if he is not able to manage to clear the game kinda like early, it is always going to be difficult for as a Yasa to actually continue the lead. So the game is getting riskier and riskier, especially for Yasa. And that's also one of the main reasons I don't really pick Yasa anymore. (23 to 12). Okay, so we are moving on to the game number 2. Okay, so now we are on to the game 2. Let me change the score first. Okay, so first ban. Okay, so Team Korea actually banned Shiranui and Higanbana once again, and on the red team, Team Pillar, looks like so they leave Bakekuzira open this game. Looks like blue team will take it. Okay, so I'm not sure why they are banning like this. And then Momo is also I'm not sure if they want to pick Momo. So they pick Sisyo by the red team, and also Futakuchi. So I hope it will not be Yasa anymore, despite him actually being a very good player, being good Yasa player. Okay, Kanihime. So let's talk about Kanihime for a while. So this is one of the very annoying Shikigami on the top lane.
どのお面が見たいんだどのお面が見たいんだ
Menreki is being picked by the blue team. Okay, so it will be Tamamo against Menreki on the middle lane, and they choose to get Kuromujo as their top laner. Okay, Miketsu.
叶えたい願いは何かしら海の忍び管理人参上
Okay, so it is going to be Kainin and Miketsu. So this is kind of interesting because we see that blue team, Team Korea, was actually banning Kainin earlier against Team Exile, and then now they pick it. Okay, Kusa. Okay, so Kusa will be the last pick by Team Pillar. Okay, second item. So the only one that is naturally building anti-heal down item is actually Menreki as the second item, and also Kanihime along the line of her build. She will build anti-heal down anyway. So Team Pillar doesn't have much CC anyway, but if they are able to do their lane very well, what is CC anyway? They will just be able to run down the enemy. So this is the there are two types of strategy which you want to like play like counter style, which you need a lot of CC, but there is also this aggressive style. Oh, it looks like someone is disconnected. So Kuromujo is not moving. And both marksmen are on the bottom lane this game. Oh, Menreki is already down to half HP. She is getting harassed a lot by this Tamamo. Looks like Sisio will move towards mid lane, especially after this minion. I guess if this Menreki is going to play a bit more aggressive, you can see that Sisio is already moving towards here. Both of the mid lane are very low. Oh, they're going to miss each other. So yeah, this Menreki is going to be taken down because the CC coming up from Tamamo managed to land on her. Meanwhile, on the top lane, both of the top laners are playing kind of very aggressive. You see, you can see that both of them are down to last 20% HP. Now Kanihime managed to pull Kuromujo onto the wall, and flash is being used by Kuromujo. This Miketsu also is getting harassed a lot by Kusa and also Futakuchi, but Kainin is moving towards bottom lane. Sisio as well is already here. So they will secure this Fission over here, and then now Miketsu decided to just regen.
敵の式神は消えたみたいだな。
敵消失。
敵の式神が消えたぞ。
So this Minreki once again is being harassed a lot by this Tamamo, and her rotation is also being cancelled by Tamamo. You can see that she was trying to move towards bottom lane earlier. So Kanehime is already moving towards bottom lane, and as well as Minreki. You can see that both of them are moving towards here, but it looks like they decided not to because there is a Vision Daruma over here. It's like, and also they are already moving towards their own tower. Okay, Kanehime is trying once again. Meanwhile, Kainin is already taking Sogenbi. Kani managed to lock on this Kusa, but she is able to flash away safely. So Kainin being zoned by Kuromuzo and also Sisio. Now Sisio is the one taking the Sogenbi. The flash is being used by both of the mid laner. Oh, very nice aim and combo by Tamamo. Managed to solo kill this Minreki. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, okay, ultimate being used by Futakuchi. You can see that the heal is massive coming out from the item. Futakuchi was around 40-50% earlier, but then after the heal, he's back to 80% health. Now Kani managed to lock this Kuromuzo under the tower, but it looks like Kuromuzo ultimate managed to take down Kani first, and he is able to flash away out from the tower range. Ultimate being used by Sisio, but being put again by Bake Kujira, so he needs to use the flash to run away. Now we can see that this Miketsu and Bake is very low. It's down to half, but it looks like they are rotating. Team Pillar is rotating towards mid lane instead of trying to push the bottom lane. So Kraken is being stuck alone by by Sisio. Then now his team is already here. So the first Kraken going to the way of Team Pillar, and the team are back to farming once again. Let's check their gold graph. Less than 1k, and it's 1.5k experience towards that team. So Kani has already used the ultimate, managed to take out, managed to zone out this Kusa, but there's not much damage coming out from the blue team yet. You can see that this Kusa just used flash away, and there's nothing else the blue team can do. So now Kainin is being pushed out from the tower range by Sisio and finished by Kuromuzo. Meanwhile on the bottom lane, meanwhile on the mid lane, Tamamo managed to solo kill Minreki once again. So now Minreki is 0-3. So on the top lane with Sisio and Kuromuzo, both of them managed to take down someone once again. So I'm not sure why he is using the ultimate earlier. Over there looks like a misclick. And then now on the middle lane, finally Team Korea managed to turn the game just a bit for them. Now the score is 3-6. And looks like they want to take this middle lane tower down. And they will rotate towards this Sogenbi
破壊
next.
した
So that's finally the breathing room for Team Korea, and the goal is already back to equal right now. They need to do this faster. Okay, so Team Korea managed to take down the Sogenbi without getting stolen by Team Pillar. And then now it is 1 versus 2 over here on the top lane. Kuromujo against Kainin and Kani. So Kani is already taken down by Kuromujo, and now he cannot escape because Minreki is already rotating towards top lane, and with the help of Kainin, two of them managed to take down this Kuromujo. Then on the bottom lane, Futakuchi
味方の石像
managed to
が
take
破壊
the
された
tier 3 tower.
消失
So Sisio is being locked by Bake Kujira, but he is able to flash away from the skill tree by Bake Kujira.
世は諸行無常一寸先は闇
Oh, that's a bad aim over there. It's good that Kanihime caught two earlier, but he pushed them away from her own team. Mereki is alone on this middle lane and has trouble to actually defend this tower against 3%. And the next Kraken is coming up in 5 seconds. And Team Pillar is already ready on this position. Kuromujo is also on the bottom lane. Ultimate is already used by Futakuchi, trying to arrest Team Korea. Kraken is started by Team Pillar right now, but blue team is also around. You can see that Kainin is already using the dash onto Kraken. Red team managed to take down the Kraken for themselves. So this Kuromujo is already started to getting out of hand. He is already 5-1 and also has the Raza Warhammer. We can't be CC properly anymore. And there's also not much CC from the not much CC from the blue team anyway. It's just Kanihime that is the one can push. Okay, can see that Team Pillar is also hovering around this Orochi area, like once again. Okay, Kuromujo is doing his job at split pushing right now. Miketsu is hiding around this bush and then got found by Sisio. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that is a ping for Gather. So two tank is fighting on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Kuromujo is just trying to do his best on split pushing and trying to divert as much attention as possible from the rest of the team. You can see that he is pressuring his bottom lane, and now Team Korea has to be aware of their bottom lane from time to time, because there is always this Kuromujo that is hiding around and trying to push the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Team Pillar already started to do the Kraken. Oh, despite being 1 versus 2, Kuromuzo managed to kill Kainin and now on to his way for
やられました。
his Kanihime. Amamo managed to kill Menreki already, and then now Sisio already using the ultimate but didn't manage to land on anyone. Kanihime is already using the ultimate, but it looks like the team cannot follow up. You see that he is putting himself onto a bad position, and then now everyone got cleaned up by this Kuromuzo. So there is a free Orochi by Team Pillar. Score is now 4-13. Goal is around 4k goal lead on Team Pillar. So this Kainin has not been able to do much yet so far. Another Kraken coming up in 40 seconds, but it looks like Team Pillar wanted to do as much as possible before the Kraken is up. So it looks like they already choose their next target, which is this tier 2 tower. And just like that, it looks like Team Korea doesn't want to defend that as well. They want to stay inside their base and defend from there. So ultimate being used by Kanihime, but once again her teammates are not ready to follow her up. So Kanihime actually needs a very good coordination with their own teammates, especially when you dive and use ultimate. Now Sisio is being locked by Bake Kujira, but that is not enough, and Kainin is managed to be taken down in the midst of that fight. Futakuchi able to use the ultimate and harass as much as possible. Meanwhile, Kuromuzo just died after the kill on Bake Kujira and Miketsu, I think. So 2 tier 3 tower is already being taken by Team Pillar. Menreki also being taken down by Tamamo. They want to close this game right here. You can see that with 2 ultimate from Sisio and also Futakuchi, they managed to take down Kanihime. They are very far in terms of goal right now, and the Team Pillar just wanted to end this game. It's just like 1 hit more. Okay, so it is ended. So Team Pillar will move to the grand final. So the score is 5-18. It is very rough for Team Korea. They showed a good, very promising games earlier against Team Exile, but it looks like they are not able to show the equal performance like the first match like earlier. Or maybe the gap is just too big against Team Pillar, I'm not sure. Okay, so we are finally back on to the grand final right now. So it looks like there is rules that whoever coming up from the upper bracket has 1 extra point, and it looks like this is just a best of 3. So Team Pillar actually win this match. The grand final will be over in just 1 game. So it kinda weird for me also. So the first band coming out from Team Pillar is actually Bake Kujira, and Shiranui is being banned by Team R7. Now on to the second band, which is Ichimokuren. Looks like they want to pick Teso or Enma, and then Momo is being banned by Team R7. So first pick Neko once again. If you follow the previous game, we see that this Neko has been doing very well during the previous match, and they play really aggressively. So Teso is being picked by Team R7 and also Ako Sojo maybe. See, they are not locking it yet. So Ako Sojo and Teso are the choice for the marksman and support duo. So finally we see that Higanbana is being picked by Pillar Hing, which is his current top pick. And also Tamamo. So we will have two mages strategy on the grand final. So I expect Higanbana is the one will be on the bottom lane together with the support, or maybe top lane, we don't know that yet. And Tamamo will be going to mid lane. And then quickly responded by Team R7 is Yumekui and also Hana. And Kaguya got instantly picked by Team Pillar. So now they are trying to find which top laner suits their lineup. It looks like it is actually CC or Aobozu, so they will lock on Aobozu as their last pick. Now Team R7 is lacking their final pick, which is their tank option as well. So still not sure if they are actually going for Arakawa or something else. So it is going to be Rukia as their final choice. So the match has already started. We are going into the game right now. Okay, so it looks like Higanbana and okay, so finally Kaguya is moving towards top lane. I thought it is going to be support and tank on the bottom lane, which I never saw them do that before. So it is Higanbana and Kaguya on the top lane. And okay, Teso and Hakosozo is also on the top lane. So both tank will meet on the bottom lane for this game. So we will see how Higanbana actually lane against another marksman. You can see that she keeps harassing this Teso, and also by doing so with her own skill tree, normally that will actually pull the minions towards you, so you can farm it safer. You see that it will pull the aggro towards you. So now on the bottom lane, still nothing much, and on the middle lane, both are like around 70-80% HP. and both jungler are on the opposite side of the map. So we can see that this Higanbana is able to at least out-trade this Teso. Okay, so Yumekui is moving towards bottom lane and trying to secure this Fission Daruma. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, Hana is taking a lot of damage right here. So stun is perfectly landed by Higanbana, which managed to take down Teso down to less than half of his health. Very nice skill 2 and skill 1 combo by Tamamo, which managed to stop Yumekui from proceeding further. So Neko has not been ganking yet so fast. Neko has been farming freely for almost 3 minutes right now, and then now we see Hana and Yumekui is moving towards top lane, and this Kaguya is very low right now, but Tamamo managed to land. The barrier is going to end soon, and Tamamo managed to kill Hako Sojo by the skill 2. So Team R7 actually initiate the fight, but the appearance of Tamamo managed to turn the fight earlier, which secured them the first blood. So now Higanbana and Teso. So Teso decided to return, and also Rukia as well. So Teso cancelled the TP. So this is the time that we actually see properly how Teso can lose the lane, because normally most of the time we see that Teso is dominating the lane. So it looks like it is lagging for Higanbana. You can see that he is disconnected. That's why he is moving straight towards the base, just like that. Yeah, because so far from what we have seen, Teso normally dominates the lane, but against Higanbana or against another mage, you can see that the mage is able to actually outpoke Teso, and Teso is having difficulty laning against Higanbana. So from item progression, we can see that both Hana and Rukia has the same item right now. Higan and Tamamo also will build the same item. So it looks like they unpaused earlier and then they pause it again. Okay, so in the midst of that, Neko managed to take down Sogenbi alone, and we can see that this Yumekui is already moving towards Kraken, but it's already found by Aobozu. Aobozu already saw 3 of them is trying to take Kraken. So Hana managed to use the ultimate onto 2%, and Rukia managed to freeze 2 of them as well. Now they are fighting and trying to zone this Aobozu and Tamamo at the same time. Meanwhile, Hako Sojo and Kaguya both appear at this fighting scene right now, and Kaguya managed to take down Yumekui during that. Now Higanbana is trying to block the escape path of this Teso and managed to kill him. So Kraken is failed to be taken by both of the team. So Rukia also went back, and then now Kaguya is just hanging around this area trying to find anyone that is trying to move and gang this Tamamo.
敵の式神が消失したようですね。 敵の式神が消失したようですね。
So meanwhile, it looks like Yumekui wants to have another go at this Kraken. But it looks like Aobozu actually censored it. He's trying to move towards this area earlier and actually saw Yumekui. And then now Tamamo is also here. Both of them are actually contesting this vision over the over the Kraken.
攻撃を開始します。
Ultimate has been used by Yumekui and now he is very low. It looks like Aobozu cannot dive this Yumekui just yet because Hana is actually there to prevent Aobozu from going further. Oh, and then Rukia is dashing twice, but actually it makes her become out of position and she got killed instead. So meanwhile, Higanbana is free farming mid lane and also is free farming top lane. And then now Hana and Aobozu are fighting on the bottom lane despite Aobozu is being low. He is actually regening himself quite a lot, and then Hana is the one that is dropping to half HP. So both team has actually difficulties in claiming this Kraken so far, and blue team has responded really fast both of the time, preventing team R7 from taking the Kraken. So the second Sogenbi has already been respawned. Okay, no, Nico is trying his chance onto this Kraken without Rukia actually noticing it, because Rukia has been staying here for quite a while. So there's a free Kraken for Team Pillar in the exchange of Tamamo's life. So that is kind of worth it, I guess, because Kraken buff goes a long way. So Yumekui managed to land the stun onto 2 and Hana managed to pull both of them as well. Team R7 is now diving under the tower and managed to kill both of them. So Higanbana and Kaguya have been taken down on the top lane. Meanwhile, Neko has released the Kraken on the bottom lane and now is onto the second tower. And it looks like Neko will able to take down the tower, and Team R7 is trying to take down this Sogenbi, which is already down to 30% health. Aobozu over here trying to zone Teso and also Hakosozo. Hakosozo finally taken down by Tamamo. Oh, the ultimate. Oh, it's not Hakosozo that is taken down. None of them are down actually. Okay, Aobozu is the one getting killed by Team R7 right now. The ultimate clip onto Hana and also the CC. So Tamamo managed to kill 2. He killed 1, which is Hana. So actually Hakosozo is able to save Teso after being locked by Tamamo earlier. So I thought Tamamo was able to kill, but it is actually being ulted by Hakosozo. Okay, now both mages are around this mid lane. They are trying to prevent Team R7 from doing from trying to gain a map advantage against Team Pillar. ultimate has been used by Hana and also Rukia. Meanwhile, Neko over there dealing a lot of damage to this Rukia, and Rukia has down to 20% health. Meanwhile, Aobozu is still split pushing bottoms. He tried to actually move towards mid lane earlier, but it looks like his team is still doing well on the team fight despite without having him over there. Okay, now you can see that they want to start to do Orochi because there is an already wave pushing down towards their tier 3 tower. So Neko is down to half HP right now, but he still has his her passive. Orochi also down to 40% HP already. Rukia is playing very aggressive, trying to dive and then managed to land the freeze on 2%. So 2 down on Team Pillar and only in exchange of Yumekui. So they managed to prevent Orochi being taken by Team Pillar right now. Now Team R7 is onto the mid tower. Okay, so with this tower being taken down by Team R7, they have a better chance of actually contesting the Orochi. So now Neko used the ultimate, but she cannot find any target because Hakosojo actually moved towards upper side of mid lane. Now onto the next Kraken, which is going to be respawned right now. This is going to be the next objective, but Neko cannot try to take it sneakily because there is a Vision Daruma right here. And it looks like Hana and also Hakosojo is ready to contest it. Okay, so Neko has already started to do Kraken. Kraken is dropping very fast and Yumeko is nowhere to be found, still farming for himself. And that's why the second Kraken is going to the way of Team Pillar. So they have already gained 2 stacks of buff right now, and on the bottom lane, Rukia managed to land almost full charge ultimate onto this Neko, but this Neko still have passive on. Neko is not able to get away from 3% from Team R7. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, it looks like Hakosojo is getting CC'd a lot by Team Pillar, but managed to run away. And then now, ultimate is being used on Aobozu, and Aobozu still not dead yet. Rukia is still playing very aggressively, trying to chase everyone from Team Pillar. Okay, so Rukia managed to get Kaguya down, and then now Hana is just trying to zone Team Pillar further away from this Orochi, and looks like Team R7 has already started to do Orochi for themselves. They have 5 people, so this is pretty much easy Orochi for them, and Aobozu still needs a few more seconds before reaching this Orochi. So the first Orochi went to the way of Team R7. So that was a just small mistake by Neko over there. He was still over here and got caught by Rukia. That's the turn of the table, and which leads to Team R7 able to take a fight and securing their first Orochi. Okay, Yumekui decided to go back because he is kinda low of mana. Now Team R7 is trying to take down this bottom tower without any difficulties, and they want to push onto the next tower as well. Okay, so they are trying to clear out their jungle along the way. So that is one of the way to actually gain a goal advantage against your opponent, is just by trying to stuff their jungle. So nice ultimate by Higanbana. Managed to catch a lot of the Team R7, but all of them are just low, and not Team Pillar is not able to actually killed any of Team R7 so far. And with the quick TP from Team R7, they can just come back to the fight once again in just a few more seconds. And then now Hana has used his ultimate minutes to pull 2, and they are able to kill Tamamo and Kaguya. Now there is a wave coming out on the bottom lane. It looks like they want to chip this bottom tower as much as possible, but Neko flashed in and managed to take down Teso with his ultimate, but in exchange of her own life. So there is another wave coming soon, but it looks like Team R7 cannot do anything to the tower right now. So very nice ultimate by Higanbana over there. She was able to zone Team R7 from getting onto this tower, and with the flash of Neko, they are able to stop the push from Team R7. So another 40 more seconds for the next. I'm not sure if it is Kraken or Nen. Looks like it is already Nen. Yeah, 17 minutes. It is already Nen. Let's have a look at the item first. So Neko is the highest farm on Team Pillar, and Rukia is the highest farm on Team R7. So Rukia is opting for full tank after the first AP item. Hana is going for... Okay, so it's 2 defensive item. Teso almost full item as well. So it looks like Aobozu, there's a wrong ultimate used by Hakusojo. It looks like both teams actually have some kind of lag, because that shouldn't happen, because Aobozu has already flashed kind of far away. Hakusojo still used the ultimate onto her own teammates. The hammer is being used by Neko to prevent getting pulled by Hakusojo. So Orochi is coming up in another 30 more seconds. Ultimate has been used by Rukia, managed to stun, managed to freeze too, and then now Hana is on to Team Pillar. She is able to zone like 4% from Team Pillar. Rukia is moving forward. She is charging and managed to take down Aobozu. So Orochi is spawned again. It looks like it will be another easy Orochi for Team R7, because Rukia is over here still zoning 3% from Team Pillar. Oh, they are losing focus. Okay, Rukia has already used the ultimate. Cleanse is being used by Tamamo. Okay, it looks like it will be a free Orochi right now, because 3 of them has already backed off. So Teso is already onto his final item. It looks like he is trying to make a hammer. It is either hammer or golden jitter right now. Which hammer makes more sense actually? So Team R7 is now trying to do Nan, because Neko is on top lane. Neko is actually not ready to contest this. Nan is already dropping to 20% health. It looks like it is a free Nan as well, because there's a minion pushing onto this bottom lane. Meanwhile on top lane, Rukia actually found this Neko. Wherein Neko actually used the ultimate to run away. Score is now 7-16 with a 6k goal lead by Team R7.
私があなたを守ってあげる
Nico trying her best to actually stop the lane from coming into the tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, Hana is diving really deep. Is trying to buy time for their team to actually take down the tower. Rukia coming out from the behind and managed to take down Albozu. So Albozu and Neko are taken down by Team R7 in exchange of Hana and also Yumekui, but they got tier 3 tower on the bottom lane. Now now Rukia is dashing 2 times into the middle tier 3 tower. Ohako Sozo is really low and managed to save this Teso using the ultimate, and also flash is being used. So it's just few more hits to take down this tower, but they don't have minion anymore. So they are going to stop this for a while because it is getting riskier. Okay, so Rukia quickly dashes in and trying to get one more hit onto the tower, which managed to take it down. And now he is getting chased by... Okay, they stop the chase because they know that Teso is actually around that area. So Team R7 already has 2 lane advantage against Team Pillar. So you can see that Team Pillar actually has an advantage earlier, and then after the 12 minutes mark, it's going to the way of Team R7. Yeah, it looks like the one Neko mistake around this area earlier has turned the table for Team R7 towards Team R7 favor. So now it looks like Team R7 is just playing it slow. They are trying to control all the lane, so it is going to push into the Team Pillar base 3 lane at the same time. So 1 more minute for the next Orochi to be spawned. So this last Orochi will be the key for R7 to actually trying to close the game. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Rukia is just trying to clear the lane. Okay, Rukia is actually playing it really safe because yeah, we saw that blue teams are actually over here. But Rukia doesn't know about that, but she can sense it. Let's check Hana item. So okay, Hana already has completed her item set, which she has 3 defensive item plus 1 gold jitter, 2 defensive item plus 1 gold jitter, which total 3. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Neko is trying to have a fight with this Rukia, but she decided to use the ultimate and run away. And then now Rukia is kinda on a bad situation, but she still has a lot of dashes. So there's a nice ultimate used by Hana over there, managed to pull in 4%, but Rukia decided to jump into the fight again, and then she got killed. She was low earlier, and then she suddenly jumped into the fight after Hana's ultimate. So Team R7 needs to play really safe right now because Team Pillar can actually run down Team R7 right now because it is currently 5 versus 4. Okay, let's see. Yumekui is already down to half. Ultimate has been used by Higanbana. they managed to lock down this Hana alone, and 3% is being zoned by Neko earlier. Now Hana is using the golden jitter and managed to pull down a bit more of her health, but still being able to take down by Team Pillar. Yumekui managed to take down Tamamo in the midst of the fight. Oh, Higanbana is down as well. So it looks like, yeah, they have Teso alive, which means they can actually take down this Orochi because Neko and Aobozu is busy defending their lane. Neko doesn't have ultimate, or has her ultimate up right now. Already turned on the ultimate, and it is still 30% more HP, and Neko doesn't have her passive ready, which resulted her to be taken down, and it is a free Orochi once again for Team R7. So this is our deciding objective for Team R7, which is Nen. After the Orochi, they will surely able to take down this mid tower without any much exchange, because this is just like 2-3 hits away. Okay, let's see who take it. Okay, Teso is the one that take the Nen item. Okay, Rukia is stealing buff as well, but it is reset. Score is 12-22 right now with 6k goal difference. Okay, Team R7 is closing in towards this middle lane tower. This is going to be the final team fight. If Team R7 gets it, they will surely win. Golden Jitter has been used by Rukia. Okay, so they finally take down the middle tier 3 tower, and now it looks like Hana wants to close the game right here. Oh, there is very much damage coming out from Rukia. Okay, ultimate has been used by Hana, and she used the golden cheater, and looks like Teso is keep hitting onto the base. So finally the game has been won by Team R7. So they have shown, Team R7 has shown a really good performance onto this game 1, which managed to close the score to 1-1. So it's back to square zero right now. And it is going to be like best of 1, it's the same. Okay, so we are moving on to the final game of the grand final. Okay, so we are on to the final game for this grand final. Team score is now 1-1. So this last game will be the deciding game. So Bake Kujira is being banned by Team Pillar. And Shiranui is being banned by Team R7. Okay, so they finally take out this Yumekui, which is really annoying on previous match. And Momo is taken out by Team R7. So I'm not sure if they want to take the Sisio or not. So it is same opening as previous match.
私の一番
Nico
大切なお友
by
達
Team Pillar and also Hakusojo Teso by Team R7.
よりちょっとだけ食べてる
So this time they pick Ichimokuren and Futakuchi as their marksman support duo. And Higanbana is being denied pick by Team R7. They pick the Higanbana for themselves. I'm just waiting for them to lock it. So it's going to be Higanbana and Yuki Doji. So the lineup is very solid coming out from both teams. It looks like Team Pillar was hovering around Rukia earlier. I'm not sure if they want the Rukia for themselves or they will just take Kuro Mujo, which actually done a very good job during the game previously.
空の川は
Okay, so they pick Hana for themselves, which is very annoying as we saw from previous game. Hana is actually still very strong despite all the nerfs.
朽木ルキアです
So Rukia once again being picked by Team R7. This Rukia has done a really good job, especially on previous match. So I'm expecting to see good performance from her once again. Okay, so this is it. This is going to be the final game of Exile Open Tournament. Okay, so both marksmen doesn't meet each other. Teso Hakusojo is going towards top lane, meanwhile Futakuchi and Ichimokuren is going towards bottom lane. So it looks like Rukia saw that the skill one. Okay, so the first wave has been cleared by Team Pillar, and now they are on to the tower, which actually won't deal that much damage because it's still level 1 right now. Oh, Yuki is already moving towards mid lane, but is kind of far away. Okay, there's one freeze coming out from Yuki Doji, but he didn't choose to land the second hit. So Hana is already down to half HP. And now on the top lane as well, both marksmen are playing very aggressively against the top laner. So Yuki is moving towards bottom lane right now. He managed to land a freeze but decided not to do the second hit once again. The second hit is the one that actually deals a lot of damage, but he will actually lose his chance to actually move back if he decided to do the second hit. Meanwhile, Hana and Higanbana both are sitting around 50% health, but we need to take note that Hana heals is actually better than Higanbana. I mean, the sustain is better than Higanbana. So Hana is posing very aggressively against this Higanbana. So both of them are actually dealing almost equal amount of trading. Now bottom lane, there is no one defending this bottom lane. It will go down to the last one bar from this. Meanwhile, Neko still level 4 and Yuki also level 4, but the pressure coming out from Yuki is much more than Neko early game. Okay, the bottom tower is down to the last bar. Meanwhile, on top lane, Yuki is diving the tower. Oh, there's a failed flash over there which resulted Yuki to be taken down by Kuromujo. Kuromujo doesn't even die. So first blood for Team Pillar. And they are on to this bottom tower. Okay, so they finally got this bottom tower and it looks like Neko rotating towards top lane. And the Hako Sojo managed to charm this Neko and they are able to take her down. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, the freeze dash coming out from Rukia managed to stop Ichimokuren from getting distance advantage against the Rukia. So charm once again being used by Hako Sojo. Okay, if so the ultimate coming out from Kuromujo managed to kill Teso and in exchange of his own life because Higanbana was already rotating towards top lane and Hako Sojo was not level 6 earlier, which is why she is not able to save Teso. So there is a weird ultimate being used by Neko. I think it's kinda lag because it is just she can just hit Higanbana earlier, but she decided to go around the Kraken area. So score is 2-2 right now. Goal advantage, no, it is equal, it's just 200. Kraken is being released on the bottom lane, but there is no minion wave, so it doesn't deal that much damage. Meanwhile, on the top lane, it is Rukia against Kuromujo. So you can see that Ichimokuren is already moving towards top lane. Okay, they saw Teso is move around this area. Oh, it's Yuki Doji. So meanwhile, Teso is free farming on the bottom lane and Neko is taking Sogenbi right now. Okay, Hana is already moving towards bottom lane. Sogenbi has been taken down by Neko with the help of Ichimokuren and Kuromujo, who actively trying to join Team R7. Okay, Rukia is moving towards this Hana and also Teso is also coming around here. So they managed to land the freeze onto Hana and then now Hana has already used the ultimate. Teso flashed away. So Hana didn't manage to catch anyone with the ultimate. Meanwhile, over here on the top lane, Futakuchi, nobody is guarding Futakuchi. Now Yuki Doji is moving towards here. On the bottom lane, it looks like Kuromujo is going to be killed. So the charm coming out from Hako Sojo is very potent. Ulti coming out from Futakuchi, trying to harass Higanbana. Okay, but with the help of Yuki Doji, it looks like they will able to take down this minion wave before Team Pillar actually trying to hit the tower. Okay, it looks like Neko has decent farm. It's 4k against Yuki is 3.3k, so Yuki is actually lagging behind right now, but his gang and his presence is much better. so Yuki has already used the ultimate on Ichimokuren, but his team is not able to actually follow up with the ultimate.
敵の式神は消えたみたいだな。
So
敵消失
Nico is trying to find someone that is trying to rotate to bottom lane, but it is actually Yuki, which is impossible for Nico to take down. Now on the top lane we have Rukia and Kurumujo, which is kinda almost impossible to solo kill unless both of them are really stubborn. So Nico once again just staying inside the bush and waiting for someone to make a mistake. So Kraken has been started by Neko. Heal has been used by Yuki Doji, so I don't think he will dive. Okay, so the Team Pillar got their second Kraken right now. Meanwhile, Rukia is harassing this Hana quite a lot. Okay, so they finally got this Kuromujo, but it looks like Team Pillar managed to defend. Yeah, Team Pillar managed to defend their Kuromujo from being taken down. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, with the help of the second Kraken, which Neko got earlier, she managed to take down the second tower on the bottom lane. So Neko has subdue as well. Okay, she managed to steal the buff. And Orochi is coming up in 6 more seconds, but we saw that Neko just used the subdue. And also there's no subdue on Yuki Doji, so this Neko is actively trying to make sure that the lane is pushing onto Team R7 base. Okay, so both teams are cooling down for a while. Let's check item for a while. Okay, Hana is actually second lowest in terms of farm. Score is 2-3 right now. Both teams are playing very defensively. They are trying to avoid any silly mistakes because this is actually the final game. Both teams has 1-1 score. Let's check the item. Okay, so Rukia is playing, but Neko has her passive up right now. So you can see that Neko is still trying to be Neko still able to play very aggressively because he has the passive up. Okay, Higanbana is already down to below half because of this Kuromuzo. Okay, Higanbana is already retreating, but it looks like there is an opening chance for Team Pillar to actually do Orochi. Okay, Rukia is moving towards the Orochi area. Kuromujo and Hana managed to actually zone 4% from Team R7. You can see that triple kill. Kuromujo has already triple kill and now quadra kill. Now they are moving towards this Rukia. Oh, Kuromujo is down and failed to get his pentakill. But Team Pillar managed to take down the Orochi. So the score has turned into 6-4. And it is 4k gold lead towards Team Pillar. Meanwhile on the top lane, Futakuchi is just trying to chip down this tower. Meanwhile on middle lane, Neko managed to take down the tier 2 tower. So they are actually moving towards bottom lane, I guess, because there is a Kraken coming up soon. Okay, meanwhile let's check the item first. Okay, so there is a magic resistance sword coming up for Futakuchi. Okay, so Rukia is going for full tank after the first AP item like previous game. Hana is going for starting to build a more defensive item right now. Okay, so there is a drum coming out for Kuromujo. So ultimate is being used by Rukia. It looks like she just doesn't want to let the minion stay within the tower range for any time longer. That's why she used the ultimate. It's around 30 more seconds before she has another ultimate up. Meanwhile, Neko is just split pushing all over the map. You can see that this Hana and Kuromujo is actually dealing a lot of damage towards team R7. Okay, so ultimate has been used by Ichimokuren and also Hana that managed to pull almost all of the team R7. But then now Hana has been taken down by team R7 and Kuromujo as well. It looks like nobody has been taken down on the side of team R7, so there is a good fight coming up from team R7. They managed to defend their tower longer. So Futakuchi used her ultimate, but it lands on Yuki Doji, which he can just actually heal it up again. So on the bottom lane you can see Rukia. Okay, so very nice sense by Rukia over there. Immediately the double dash towards safety. So Neko as well is managing to have a good lane advantage. I mean, this Neko doesn't want to let team R7 to have any lane advantage. Okay, so one dash has been used by Rukia. So the ultimate is still being kept by Neko, so both of them are really patient over here. It looks like Hana is also over here. The CC is not landing properly, but nevertheless they managed to kill this Rukia. So hammer has been used by Kuromujo. Now he is he almost tower dive again, because there is 45 more seconds before the next Orochi. So it is best if they don't try to dive aggressively right now, because that might lead to a chance by team R7. Ultimate has been used by Higanbana, managed to be pulled by Hana, and then now Higanbana is already down. Meanwhile on top lane is 2 more hits to take down the tower. Okay, so Neko managed to escape, and it is 5 more seconds before the next Orochi. Team R7 doesn't have their mage, which is Higanbana, and looks like Team Pillar is baiting for it. Okay, Rukia managed to actually catch Neko, but then now Rukia herself is on a bad position. Oh, that is almost a very nice ultimate by Kuromujo, but it looks like doesn't kill anyone earlier. So, but then now they managed to clear up 3% from Team R7. Despite the ulti from Kuromujo doesn't finish anyone, it still deals significant damage towards Team R7. Okay, now they are diving in and trying to end this game right now. So Neko sacrificing herself to actually take down Rukia. So the game has been won by Team Pillar. So the first Asia Open tournament winner will be Team Pillar. The score is 12-7, 18 minutes. So this is almost kind of clean game coming out from Team Pillar. And congratulations for Team Pillar to win the first tournament